Hi guys, welcome to Cooking with Daryl again, with Daryl and Andrea. Today we're going to do something a little bit special. I had a brisket given to me, but it's not just any brisket. It's actually you can see that or not. I've had them rubbed last night. These are venison briskets. They were given to me. I know a lot of people say they don't like deer or whatever, but if it's done right, it's a real delight. So I'm just gonna turn my camera around here. As I say, I rubbed these yesterday. Used my rub seasoning here. It's just a blend of there's brown sugar, salt, pepper, paprika, a few other things in there. Rubbed them up, left them overnight in the fridge, and then we're gonna take them and put them on the grill here today. And now with venison brisket, it's a little bit different than with a beef brisket because as you can see, it's really lean, and that's because with venison, the most important thing is to get all the fat off of it. The fat on venison isn't like beef fat or pork fat. It's actually a tallow, which is closer to like a candle wax. And if you hear people say, I don't like venison, lots of times it's because they've gotten a taste of that tallow. And so what we do is we cut it off, and then I've gone to the butcher shop here, and I've gotten a couple of fat pads. And so we're going to take those, we're going to put them on top, and we'll stitch them on there with some toothpicks for the smoking process. And it's just going to be low and slow all day. Let it render that meat nice and tender. So anybody that's followed me up to this point will know that I cook everything on my Kamado, and got the fire going. Used my trusty zip cubes and Everclear to get started. Got the Kamado cooker cleaned out. Anyways, and then so what we're gonna do is we're gonna smoke it for about 3 hours, I guess, and then we'll wrap it up in tin foil for another 2 or 3 hours. Get it nice and moist, and then we'll take it off and we'll smoke it again. So it's going to be a long day, but so I think that looks pretty good. I got some nice coals in there now. I'm just gonna take that. Make sure we don't drop it on the deck. Right. And then I got a couple of bricks of smoking mesquite wood chunks. So I'm gonna take a couple of those. We'll just take those, throw them on there, and then I'll be back. So we're back outside here. As you can see, it's not quite up to temperature yet. It's coming up, but that's okay. It's a long cook, so I'm just going to go ahead. As you can see, it's thin smoke. We don't have any heavy smoke coming out of there, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to plop this brisket on here. Careful not to drop that. You can hear it sizzling already, so. But I wish I could tell you guys how good that smells, but wish you guys could experience that. Anyways, we'll be back in a few hours here, so it's about noon right now, so we'll be back around 3 o'clock, I guess, to check on it. We've got to get it up to 225, but it'll come. So here we are. It's the mid-afternoon. you can see, the temperature's dropped a bit. We had it at 225 for the better part of the afternoon. So those look really quite good. So we're going to take them, wrap them up, and put them back on again. Got to get the fire back up to 225. So here we are inside. I'm just going to pass the camera over to Andrew. We're going to wrap these up. And then we gotta reset our fire, and then we'll get them on back onto the grill. So here we are outside. As you can see, the fire's gone down a little bit here, so we're gonna stoke it back up. We're gonna start over, start a new chimney here and get it in there. It's around the same time that we wrapped the brisket, so we're just gonna do this, and then we'll get it all back on there. And as you can see, you know, my famous little bit.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you? Just like that. Instant flame. Like I say, it works every time. I have showed this in other videos. Put that on there, come back in about 10 minutes, and we'll get it into the cooker, get everything back on there. Okay, so we're back, and I've already taken the liberty of putting the new coals in there. I didn't want to try to hold the camera and do it at the same time, and didn't feel like getting myself burnt today. So anyway, so we're going to go ahead and put this back together. On the hot side. So I got it back together. Just put the stone and the grates back in there. I'm going to take our briskets. I have to drop them here. Put those back on there. Be a couple hours, about 3 more hours, I guess, like that. Should be probably pretty close for these. They're not very thick, so it's not like a beef brisket, but we'll see. It's not a magic question of time. The magic number is 203 degrees internal temperature. Get to 203, and then we'll let it sit, and that'll be good. I wanted to add this a little bit in here because I think this is something that's a little bit misunderstood when it comes to barbecue. I'd forgotten to put this in here, but for a baste, the reason why there's so many different recipes out there and stuff is because the rule is, for a baste, use whatever's in your hand. I've heard of people using coffee, I've heard people using juice, I've heard people using all kinds of different things. In this case, I got iced tea in my hand, so iced tea it is. Okay. And that's it, we'll be back. Okay, so we're outside now. It's about 5 o'clock. Just gonna do a little temperature check on these. So give me a sec here. I'm just gonna check the temperature on one of these and see how close we are. Okay, give me a sec. So we got it open here. $195, $197, $199, $200. Oh, it's getting in there. No, we're not there yet. 203 is the magic number. Okay. So that there is what we call a stall. It's at it's about 10 degrees below being finished, and there's nothing you can do about the stall except grab a beer, grab a drink, sit back, relax, wait for it to break. Okay, we'll be back later. So here we are in the house again. I just was out there. It's been 6 hours now, and the stall broke. So I'll just spin the camera around.